I mean, when we talk about this squad, I think it's hard not to address for the next couple of games we see them on. The fact that we have high expectations of Minny. He's been delivering throughout last season, IGLing, and now that weight is off his shoulders. Look at this deep play coming in from grubinho! A triple to kick it off! And he has completely dismantled Mates' approach. They were trying to...
Both players going to try and make their way through the edge of this smoke. Of course, everybody other than Cloud, who's just currently watching for those rotations, is just locked in on that spike position, waiting, even with anti-flash ready in case there's a pot flash to come through. I'll tell you for free, there isn't. There's a seize though, and that has brought them a little bit low. With a gun that only really known for headshots. Gonna make sure there's no ruse to be had as he sits in the corner. Grubinho tries to continue his run of terror, and there is westside with the pistol. I said it almost feels like a full buy when he has this gun in hand. Ran out of bullets, but he's got teammates to back him up. And while
for Cam, but that could easily be the lurk. It's the players coming through the connector that he needs to spot, that he needs to drop, and he gets nothing. Cloud falling alongside him, and Mates, that's the strongest position they've had to play from so far.
Already both ultimates popped as well. It definitely seems like they're going for this. The Cosmic Divide attempting to make things a little bit more awkward, but it hasn't done anything of the sort. They're just playing more aggressive angles. Nice shot at least from westside, but with the null command now dissipating and his teammate incredibly far away. It's looking like they're just going to try and hold them for the exit.
Note that no one's here. They're playing extremity hits. It's paid off. They were able to completely overwhelm them, avoid the stack, and to be honest, not even pushing and pulling that much.
Well, we already know that Marteen's going to get far more information than most will. Using the constant gate crash to reposition. Nice stun. He's got a little gap in the corner, but grubinho reacts fast enough. He doesn't react fast enough for bipo, though. There was a second layer to that attack. Even still, it's going to trade back to even.
Oh, the nade's doing a lot of damage. GLYPH able to step out of there, but was putting down a star. That timing perfect for Flickless. Kills still need to be found for Mates to get that plant in. They're being choked out of that space. GX hold those angles from spawn. Mates are looking elsewhere. We've already seen stars. No contact. In towards the connector, just about surviving as GLYPH. It's going to keep some utility online for the attempted retake coming in from GX, and maybe, well-placed Gravwell up against that op could change the game. starxo, oh, he's given away his position, but that crossfire is still intact! Oh, wow.
Bullets just to try and give his teammates that additional play. Nice start from grubinho. I honestly thought they were screwed by the setup. Like the Cosmic Divide with the gap left in it is the classic, but then to have the stun in front just to leave them with nowhere left to stand. But I like the second layer, like bipo sliding through when they're... Bit of space on towards this A site, but this is what we saw a lot from Mates. They'll make noise, they'll put pressure, they'll send their duelists in, and then they split back to the other side of the map. But I'm sure that's been studied by GX. They're not moving an inch. Still two players on this side. One of them currently trapped by the seas, but running through that smoke could have some serious risk about it. Because of that, they're now going back through that choke again, leading the way. bipo, he's done fantastically well. Doesn't go down, allows his teammates through the choke, and that's already two openers on what was a site that wasn't easy to break into from there.
It's the second time now we've seen will make B that little bit easier to hold on to. Instead, it's going to be GX looking to fight for the mid control they've given up before, but it's Cloud dropped early. Minny inside the smoke, and grubinho walks in. He waved his hand through the cage first, letting them know, courteous, granted. You won't get any extra points for that, Mates. 5 versus 3, and GX have had no response. Well, yeah, that's been itself once again on the wrong side of the map. And this guy has had no look in those early fights. They're avoiding him like they can see the goddamn mini-map.
Oh yeah, and after all of that presence put into mid over the last few rounds, after the pause, what do? Direct A hit, change up again, but this is where they're running in a little bit more trouble. Westside's done well, got a kill and got out, kept the man advantage in their favor, but Flickless goes pushing through the smoke. Doesn't have any clue that a player was already waiting for him. Lockdown into play, they're gonna try and put the pressure on. Decent trade from GLYPH, leaves it even once again. They are going to have to continue to push forward, though, just to get out of range, and that they will. Sees just misses. Allows westside that extra little piece of space. In fact, he's not waiting. He's going pushing a chance for a timing. In fact, both players with opportunities here, but it's starxo to pounce, leaving just westside. He finds that first. into the 1 versus 1. And Glyph's position, well, he knows roughly where he is because of that earlier lockdown. He knows where he would have been forced from this.
Well, the 3 rounds in a row that they had this up previously, playing aggressive. They didn't get to fire a shot before the round was lost. Well, at least he got 1 out.
Oh, no.
Oh, just about gets out himself, but he's being chased down. Bipo on the other side will take that backside control, block off the off angle, and Ara is completely surrounded.
Sonic versus
Little does
Shadow.
he know, as Minny watches that mid walk up west side, now down, puts pressure onto Ara. He's surrounded and shut down. Mates extinguishing that flame of hope that GX lit just a round ago. It's 5-5. Well, it's unavoidable at this stage. The only question is...
Joined him with the silent steps. Is he going to check the angle? He is, but not quite properly. That might give a chance to escape.
Completely avoided like the plague, and now he's caught on the way out. The wall's his biggest enemy. He's really not having a good half, and to no fault of his own, but a good trade back by Cloud.
Gives at least an opportunity. Smoke down, but I like this. One, the ult to force them back, and then an ult to make it a little bit more awkward to try and stop them getting that plant. Maybe an opportunity for some spams. There is even a shock dart going through, but if I Flickless
spam back.
a bit more back by the guy he was spamming, by the way. Glyph was just going for the plant. Grubinho's got back in, but the trade is immediate. Fundamentals looking good once again, and this leaves just 2 to stand. One of them is westside. The other is Cloud.
Be a feather in the cap for GX. Movement towards this B site. Mid left wide open by Mates. Puts that pressure right onto the shoulders of this B hold. Minny, he's up close. There's a lot of smokes from the back out at least, but the site will be taken by the looks of things. Maybe forced into the retake here, Gentlemates, very early on. A couple spams or hoping to punish over extensions is pretty much the best they can hope for now.
4 players in the back line of the site. One trying to cross over. It's a gamble from Cloud. You got to know there's quite a few players around that angle. Grubinho passive, but he's fallen. Flickless has now been spotted, but quick trades back, leaving it to Marteen and Glyph to try and save it, and that's what they'll do. Really trying to sell the idea of the other side of the map. I do wonder if they will eventually try and split back towards A. It does look like they're going to try and group up, but that's so much damage done. Even though it's a couple of kills for starxo, 2 of the players are desperately low.
Yeah, I mean, Flickless and westside sharing 80 HP, but Grubinho spawn! It's perfect! He's got them a double! Weapons to be recovered, a site taken Glyph. That man's on 25 HP, so yes, Flickless, sorry, 25 shields, I should say. The important thing is, it might as well be 1 health up against Flickless. He just needs that body shot. In fact, I might almost favor Flickless in the fight. Playing deep inside main, 1 on site, and
such
1
a rat.
tucked in this corner!
Timing I've ever seen. Like, he played perfectly off of his teammates. He needed them to overwhelm that 1 player, and then he repositions back into mid again.
For Mates. Such a close game. You never know what margin's going to decide if that spray a little shaky. The west side's gone down. Spams through the smoke. Good to start this one out. The Cosmic Divide, though, does get GX onto site. And to start a plant, it seems. The Nightfall's gone through on the other side. Spike now planted. What's the reaction? They've cleared out elbow. They know there's a player holding up close there. Instead, it'll be towards the side where starxo, bipo, marteen. Oh! Damn good deal. 9-7. Looking for 10 here are Mates. Hunter's Fury fired through right away, though. Bipo's going to go down. Oh, and almost an extra tag there, starxo.
Too little, too late. Like, maybe the first trip will at least slow them a little bit. But they will have the site.
I don't know. I doubt we go near a save unless we lose a few players. And Minny's attempt to slip his way into elbow.
Neon, the basically just makes it so that if you
focused on the angle where GX are coming from, but they still have players here. They'll be able to pounce pretty quickly. You already see the first go their way. Oh, Ara, he's got 1, but there's nothing else for GX until Cloud pipes up.
Yeah, the problem is the HP, I guess. Ara was already marked. And they're just waiting for the full squad to get into position. Cloud caught with his pants down, and while good luck Ara is about to be revealed, there is no...
to get out with the gate crash. He needed to. Otherwise, he would have been dead for sure. Good flash! Oh, Bipo! Past the stun, but only good for 1.
Oh! Mates are close by.
Oh, they haven't spotted Glyph either. Yeah, he's managed to find himself a little nest on that side, but they've faded him out of in the smoke. They suspected he was playing sneaky, and with Marteen down as well, a hero has to step up. starxo's the one to put Cloud in the ground, bring this back to a 2v3, but as he falls, Minny all alone. He's got the entirety of GX to face off against, and they might have heard a step before, but they certainly know he's there now. Suppressed and swinging into Ara. They're swinging it in.
You should run.
Nightfall goes in, 3 players spotted, but what do you do against that lockdown? Bipo has an idea. He's getting aggressive. He's going to try to catch them coming out. Might even end up getting detained. He's going to sprint. Just about get caught. Now the Hunter's Fury chases him down. He overstayed his welcome and paid the price for it. Now look who's up close. Ara, a tough game for him so far. But now on the attack, he can make his own. Look, that flash caught him clean. And now he's being spotted, sprinting, fleeing the site, moving back towards main, towards default at least as the Cosmic Divide gives them an angle. Ara goes down. Marteen and starxo have more. So much more to offer as GX crumble. Player after player falls, and Cloud, with the Hunter's Fury already committed, a Cosmic Divide blocking them off, there's nothing that he can do but run and save that weapon. The defuse guaranteed, and the lead.
They've taken so much control, and it will come down to Grubinho's timing, which thus far has been perfect, but they are very aware that he can come from this angle.
Take this.
Oh, Bim. Oh, he'll get 2. Okay, that stabilizes. That gives him a chance, and with Ara down, 3v3, walking into the spawn like that, it's an audacious play.
That Prowler definitely found its value, but they are still committed to this side of the map. It seems, though, that mates are happy to sit back and almost wait, maybe try and avoid the knife that will inevitably be coming soon. But they're actually gambling back on the other direction, going back towards the B site. It's 2 of them. It does leave 2 to try and defend.
Oh, GLYPH, he must have been seen. I think Ara was inside the smoke. Maybe caught a shoelace poking through, but it's enough. The plant found at least for GX as Minny spams back. starxo with another. They know that Cloud is trapped up close. He's dropped well to put 13.
I prefer him on initiate. Wow! Okay, well, Marteen has just been absolutely cooked within the first few seconds of the round. That's not a bad start for Cloud. Over onto the sky. Sage. Something I've enjoyed seeing, I'll be honest. I'm on Minny in a prime position. It's something they've got to check, and they are trying to check, but maybe just a little bit too late. The trades back and forth leave us even once again. And there is that seize. It always seems to land. The starxo has a heat-seeking seize, it seems. Oh, that's a sentence you can't say quickly too many times.
Watch me. No,
Spike
I won't try. Spike planted, the wall soon to break, and I think there is value for mates in just waiting. The chance of one of them having pushed A and wrapped around. Now as the wall breaks, having to worry about elbow. They're just putting question marks in the minds of the GX players, but these players seem cyber-focused, and now both players, I believe, on the mate side have been spotted. All the info there to work with. Big swing from the space. No, he was just getting so unlucky in every fight.
Yeah.
And then they avoided him in the times when he had the upper hand, had they come his way. So it was...
and then that was, I think he got hit by 4 pieces of utility before he died. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's rare for me to see like
a
Neon 7 and 15 and not, you know, roast them immediately, regardless of if it's ranked.
Don't worry,
right
someone
here.
will do it for you.
Someone will, for sure. But I don't think it's warranted in the case of Ara. Genuinely feel like he had an unlucky map in the previous. Nothing went his way, and that does just happen sometimes. You can't see that twice in a row, though. And he's coming in here with a little bit of pressure on his shoulders to deliver. Nice stuff by westside to find one up close. A bit more needed, but the time is ticking now, and it's mates with the pressure to get in there. The shorty's out for Ara. Confidence builder, perhaps. Just in the nick of time. GLYPH alone, one versus...
I like as well just how that wall is being utilized just to create a little bit. Immediate use of the ult is definitely rare, but with how fast they're going, a re-swing. They didn't start off great, the edge of the wall. Do they know? They know. They know starxo's in this corner. This is one of the weirdest positions for a defender to be in, and well, one that GX have dealt with. Not too many problems at all. The timing for Minny does work out. Him versus westside is a battle of the headshot machines, and while neither of them comes out on top, It's Grubinho to put down Bipo, and while Minny's got so many angles to check, somehow still standing after crossing past the angle. The first shot is magnificent. One more needed, and he'll take... Again, 4-0, they break back, but is this going to be a different story? It's one you'd almost expect to check, and Flickless had eyes on it. They now look to try and pressure this side of the map.
Oh, Bipo was walking very close to the edge of that smoke. Speaking of which, around that orb, there was a gap. Flickless drops Minny with it, but marteen running dry on ammo puts numbers back to even. Cloud tagged very low, but so too is Bipo. I mean, we're about neck and neck. The only thing playing against GX here is this very late flank from GLYPH. It's being watched right now by Grubinho, but for how long? He's moving towards the site. He's got a smoke still and an orbital strike. He wants to be putting utility down, and that's exactly what he's doing. The timing here will be everything, and he makes it around the corner at least. But with a player peeking into bathroom in the form of Bipo, GLYPH knows that they're not coming in there. He's going to walk his way up behind on mid, and as this big crunch comes in on site, if they can just hold on, they've got a man coming in those back lines to completely turn the tide in their favor. GLYPH finds one, but the Viper's pit. Well, this has put the shoe on the other foot. Now Flickless stands with an advantage, but the defuse could be going in right under his nose. He steps forward. They set their sights on B. Already a Nightfall's going to be put into play, yet amongst the chaos, GLYPH's gone down. Was that a spam through the wall?
Oh, Minny's moved into the corner. First one's easy. Second one might be tougher if he dies. It's the res, but no, he's taken westside down. Giving them an opportunity. Okay, showstopper just used to defend, and oh, just about. Bipo's going to survive. Marteen then gets the trade back. Nothing going for Ara. This is where the post block could get nasty. This time, though, starxo does catch the timing. At least Cloud alone. Every position.
Bipo fire off like that, surviving at the site from the showstopper. And it was, yeah, straight through the wall. Of course, Seeker is giving him a little bit of a hint on where that fight should be taken, but just shoot right that way.
Maybe that was...
Yeah. It's a
and when
huge
you're
task.
up against Grubinho and westside especially, you can't really bank on that. Bipo looking for some spams. He shoots and immediately dies. Marteen has got one back with the trades.
Trades with res as well.
Well, yeah, and res. That's the problem when westside's getting so many kills. The only problem with the deaths is it's going to make Ara's stat line even worse, as he's always the one that's being brought back. It's going to be like he's died more times than there were rounds.
He's not quite there, but he's pretty close at this stage.
This is it. Like, I will say, the fact that there's still players on the mate side spamming after everybody has been domed the second they did that, it's a little bold.
I mean, it is just one of those scenarios where you've got to go all in at some point. You got to take every chance just to see if you can fight your way back through, and every chance for error is going to be very, very thin. GX building a lot of confidence up in this round, or in this map so far, but he's going to run every ult in the book after him, and he'll be caught on the way out. The disadvantage brought back by starxo, however.
Yep. Seeker eventually will tell them he's there, but it's a little bit too late. Aggressive position. GLYPH versus Ara. It could end up deciding the round if the angle check properly, but Ara's going to win it out. In behind, and he's just having to check absolutely everything. Looking at the plant maybe gives the game away slightly, but neither of them are falling for the tropes, falling for the traps. It is perfectly played by both of them, and eventually, sure, he'll get a kill or two, but it's irrelevant at this stage. Even just messing about a little bit. Sure, Ara will fall, but it is meaningless. When you're right, you're right, you know?
Another 13-10, here it comes.
Oh, it's going to have to be this pistol round goal in their way, and well, Marteen has managed to get the better of Flickless at least. That is a danger man gone early. I'm still looking at the position of westside, just clearing everything behind them. This position from starxo as well, it's like just the rattiest of spots, and they're going to go back the other way. You've got one man on one side and the rest of the team on the other, and starxo's like, no lads, follow me. We're going into the B site. Now westside's position is completely null and void, and they have the B site for free.
Another one tap from starxo as we go to a 4v2. GX now looking like they're going to give mates at least a foot in the door, but still something to be said about this with Grubinho on backside. Westside doesn't land the headshots when it matters here in the pistol. So Grubinho An ace needed. What a performance he's had so far. Some big rounds in that first half, but this one would certainly take the cake. There it is for 3. 40 HP though. As I said, all hope not lost yet. It'll be an A play from the Gentle Mates.
Slowing them down.
They've already taken a lot of control. This is going to be a very quick hit indeed. Oh, no! Bipo! 8 HP! And Flickless is still alive. That's a crime.
He's lucky to still be standing. Grubinho in the corner, flash again. Perfect from Marteen. And another now dropping. In fact, they're all falling like flies. West side. Always good for one, but with the credits that they have, they consider going for this. Of course, up against the bonus, maybe think that there'll be a vulnerability or two, or if somebody gives them a favorable fight, they'll take it and run with it. But Cloud's fully committed. Back in towards the lamps he goes, and Minny's not missing that from there. Leaves West side versus the lot, and as the wall goes down, all through.
But it looks like they're here for the here and now. TP taking towards the B side.
Seconds.
Decoy's already gone into B. They need these picks, and that's huge. Marteen finding them one. The pistols, when you're up against time and they've got the numbers, it can be disastrous. But Marteen has dealt with every danger and left them with an easy plan. He keeps on going. A 4K, run away, Minny. That's Marteen's kill. They're swapping weapons. They're giving it to him. Good teammates as the shorty. Yeah, he didn't have much of a comeback today either. Well, 10-6. Mates starting to drum up some support, some hope at last. Marteen in there on the but he'll be caught by Flickless. The trade, at least, will be found. Bipo low, but starxo is clean. He ran the house. He has completely swept them and left Cloud on West side without a clue as to what just went wrong. That's Andy, I'm gonna have to use you here, man. Show me what starxo just got up to.
Literally, it was the Nightfall. He put the Nightfall and it just went, they can't hear me, I'm just going to sprint. Like, everybody else is focused on the rest of my players, that I can just have that as a distraction. And he was right. That's fair play to him. And after the remaining two, getting back in is just impossible. Cloud alone. starxo just looking to join up with the rest of his team. Doesn't have any interest in over-facing here. Again, almost just being that distraction. So the other switch up of sorts. Wall to give West side an early fight, but yeah, the problem is with how slow Mates have been, that wall might dissipate before he even gets the chance to fight.
Gone soon.
The timing here could be really rough if he falls and instead he's going to be stuck on top of it. In fact, they're even ready for it as well. Marteen's the one to get the opener. Orbital strike could be nasty, but Marteen's already gone. He was the one under threat, and GLYPH has just domed him through the wall. It leaves them under pressure again. Showstopper ready, but the smoke fading gives Minny a chance. Being aggressive in their nature, and well, a lot of what they've been doing has been relatively passive and post. Like, you've had those early hits, and then the Sage-Res, if they get the Showstopper set up with utility, that's a problem. So, okay, let's push them. Let's take fight. That's filthy, by the way. That was just a ridiculous spam to even attempt to go for.
At this stage, for Mates, comfort. Really, it seems like the game is in their hand at this moment. Viper's Pit to play off against, and it does look like they're moving towards it, but they have the utility from starxo that's going to be looking to clear this out. Danger for Flick. It's going to be a TP. They're going to flash deep, TP on the back of that, and look to punish Flickless. This could be crazy. It's a mad straw. It's a fake and a spam. Flickless with 4 HP. They're surrounding him and pushing him out of his own pit.
Yeah, the man that was left to defend him was taken out by Bipo over the top. And now the Viper's Pit, well, it comes back up, but it's on the other side. As you said, it's decent from Flickless to keep them standing, but now they've lost another to Minny, and all these players trying to get through. It's going to be awkward. Bipo on the corner, but he goes down. Maybe that Showstopper can have effect after all. Straight through it goes, a chance to remove that pit, but looking for Minny, and he will find him. That's at least that gone. GLYPH low, starxo low. They're clearing them out one by one, and GLYPH is all that remains. He's going to bait them out, but they don't know he's behind. Into the 1 versus 1. Ara trying to wrap around, needs to get on that spike. That time is ticking, and GLYPH knows he just needs to get.
No wasted thought, no spare momentum. GLYPH.
You want the chance? You want the chance? Seriously?
2 down. They now have the lead, and it's all-out aggression. I like the idea. GX at this point, it's got to go back to basics. They've still got to defend, though. There's other players to deal with, and nothing is working out for GX. Now it's starxo's turn. Yep, we know where they died. We know, we saw. We know what happened.
Face your fear.
Oh, the knight. Yeah, I think he just got that one online. That's going to let him know where one of them is. The flank coming from Grubinho will be here in about 2.5 weeks. They're going to swing. starxo is that looking for his own ace. I don't know if they'll be as friendly about it this time because the round far more valuable, but maybe we'll give an opportunity in the corner behind the smoke. They are Grubinho. This is a round that almost should have been their opponents. I think a snake bite is waiting for the spam coming through. starxo looking for his ace, but he's taking a lot of damage. Can't risk the round for solo glory, but starxo's going to try and do it anyway. The step's a bit hurt. And there is the ace in the end!
Yeah, you did, bro. I saw it happen. Unlucky. But sadly, that excuse ain't going to put any wins on the board. Nice shot from westside.
They finally shut down the outlaw.
Is it the first defensive side opening duel they've had that didn't immediately get shut down, like traded back?
Well, the last one wasn't immediate, but starxo did kill
like 10
the
seconds
entire...
later. Then he just won the round.
Found one.
Seeker's going to give them almost everything they needed. 4 players making their way through long. Arrow. Oh, he's not going to win the fight. Desperately needed to take that one home. And now bipo's going to go over the top. The slow has connected. It makes it impossible. No escape for Cloud. Wonderful utility work. And from a man advantage to a 2-man disadvantage, they were 10-2 in the lead. And now Mates have the chance, after choking leads left, right, and center, to pull off an 11-round streak. Flickless will clear Minny. An opportunity maybe, but that opportunity fading. Flickless started this game off magnificently. And he has a chance to keep them in it. But both players just sitting back. starxo gonna go looking, checking, and will just